Today's video is our latest installment in our series all about Daily Drop Pro, and today we're talking about a brand new feature that I am so excited about: points deal alerts. If you missed our last video in this series on how to use flight deals on cash bookings, I'll link to that down below, but this new award deals tool works in a very similar way, but instead of cash deals, it finds you the best mile and point award seats. It's super simple, so let me show you how this works. So there's two main ways that you can find these point deals, and the first way, which has admittedly become my new obsession that I check way too often, is this featured points deals section on the main Daily Drop Pro home screen. Shout out to our awesome Daily Drop team members who comb through endless award seats looking for the best of the best deals, and that's where these come from. So you can check back here regularly, like I do, to see what the best available award seats currently are. So business class to Japan for 60,000 points one way sounds pretty sweet, and you can see without even clicking on the deal, these icons tell me that it's a business class lie flat non-stop flight. It also tells me the number of points required, and of course the departure and arrival airports for this particular deal. But if I then click into it, I can get even more information like the airline, the type of aircraft that it's scheduled on. I can easily share this deal right from here, and perhaps the most useful feature, this departure availability, which will quickly show me when this specific deal is actually available to book, designated by the dates that are underlined in green. You've also got this route map, which is always handy to have, and if we scroll down, you'll see all of your booking options, which is really helpful because, as you may know, sometimes there could be half a dozen ways to book the exact same award seat, and some might cost significantly more or less, and the best option for you depends on the type of points you have. So you can see that in this case, the cheapest option is to book through American Airlines, but we also know that Advantage miles are tricky to come by, so you could also book this through Finnair, and it even tells you all of the different banks that you can transfer those points from, as well as the cash price of this seat, the estimated taxes and fees, even cancellation and change policies. Another favorite feature here is that it calculates your cents per point based on the estimated award price, making it really easy to know how much value you're getting out of those points without having to do any math yourself. I would personally like to take this moment to thank the Daily Drop Pro developers for removing the need for basic math from my life.
You need to know math, kiddo.
Okay, so we've got all the details we need, and when we're ready to book, we can either click on a specific date on this calendar or click this purple Book This Deal button, and it's gonna take us directly to the airline homepage where we can search for that flight, and sure enough, here it is, 13 hours in Japan Airlines business class for just 60,000 points and $5.60 in taxes and fees, which is pretty nuts. Now, if you're like me, you'll probably check this featured point deal section way too often, but you can also receive award deal notifications via email, which makes finding the best award seats so easy. And these alerts are exactly how I found the ANA first class seats that Aaron and I flew in just a few weeks ago. Here's an award seat to Bangkok, Thailand. And again, if you scroll down, you'll see all of the relevant details for this flight, just like we talked about inside the Daily Drop Pro menu. And again, if you want to book, you just click the purple book button and it'll take you directly to the airline homepage where you can search for and book that award seat. So all of this is pretty cool, but what if you don't want to get inundated with points deal notifications for places that maybe you're just not interested in traveling to? Well, just like we talked about on the cash side of things, if we click on the settings icon in the bottom left-hand corner of Daily Drop Pro, this is where you can set all of your deal preferences. And in the first menu, departure airports, you'll see that we've now added a separate checkbox for cash and points. So if I didn't want to receive point deal notifications for Boston, then I could just uncheck that right here. Personally, I leave all of these checked, but considering you can add up to 10 airports in here, this gives you so much control and ability to find the best deals without getting endless notifications. Destination preferences works in the same way, and currently any enabled region is going to receive point deal notifications, but if you're not interested in traveling to a specific region, you could uncheck that here as well. Same thing with deal preferences. So I, for example, was already not interested in receiving cash deals for budget airlines, so I could also uncheck that box for points, and now I won't receive deal notifications for budget airlines either. And lastly, your travel availability works in the exact same way as before, so maybe you don't want to travel around the holidays, well, you could uncheck those months, and now you will only receive notifications for months that you're actually available to travel. And it's also worth mentioning here that all of these preferences will only impact the deal notifications that you receive, not the deals dashboard that we started the video with, so just keep that in mind. Overall, this functionality works in a very similar way to the cash deal alerts, but for all of my mile and point enthusiasts, this is going to make finding the best available award seats so much easier and so much faster. So if you want to give this new feature a shot and get access to all of the other incredible features that Daily Drop Pro offers, you can check out that first link down in the description. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.